Hello there, you lovely lot. Welcome back to Crafters TV. Some people don't like Mondays, you know, they want to shoot the whole day down, but it's going to be a pretty awesome Monday today here on Crafters TV because we've got a brand new launch for you. Yeah, that's what launch day is all about. Your chance to get your hands on something you have not seen before. You did get a bit of a sneaky peek in the earlier wake-up call and you absolutely loved it. 10% already went. And talking about things that I know you absolutely love, Craig Laird back with us in the studio. How are you, Craig?
I'm doing good, thank you very much.
You're vision in fuchsia today.
Thank you very much, yeah, feeling very bright today, that's for sure. Ready for this launch. Myself and Lily, we gave you a little bit of a sneak peek within Wake Up Call. I knew you would love it. Joe, it's been one of these that I knew some people at home, including myself, were like, right, okay, I've got a lot of edibles. Why do I need these ones here? And these do a specific thing. They do lots of other things that you already know and love, but what these do, these enable you with absolute ease to cut through 2 layers of 300 GSM cardstock. So your front is just as beautiful, is just as professional as the back, or should I say the back is just as beautiful as the front. So whether you are going to be using them as an edgeable, because that is the title, of course, the edgeable, but you don't have to use them in that concept way, whereas it will layer up over 2 layers of 300 GSM. I say 300 GSM loosely, you're going to be able to do 310 if you're using your Centura Pearl, but what about offsetting them? So you're still doing your backdrop, but then you're offsetting them. What about going in to, maybe you like your construction, maybe you like to make little boxes, handbags.
Fancy, Craig, that.
You know, we did have the scoreboards, I know they're on the website as well. You may be going to do some construction using them. You can do that. A few other ones, again, showing you the initial concept of going through your cardstock that you can see there, doing your drop shadows. But then maybe you want to use them in the ways that you already know and love when it comes to edgeables. So we know this style very well. But with
why is that giving me Christmas pudding vibes? I don't know why.
I could see that actually.
Yeah.
I could see that, yeah. But then if you love to do your inking, you love to do your blending, you can start to incorporate them as well. You can see there, just offsetting it once again. So there's nothing stopping you using them in the ways that you would potentially already know from your edgeables. But then look at that one there as well. So if you're doing on the left fold side or the right fold side, or then what you can do is you can do tuck-ins if you want, you can do little pockets if you want, but then what about doing 4 of them, using your large Gemini, just setting them left, right, top, bottom,
doily, isn't it?
Put them through doily. So think about your pattern papers that you've got. Think about little teases to someone that's coming very, very soon from a certain hunky-dory. Think about your little books that you've got, your toppers that you've got. Incorporate your borders, your edgeables in with them. And then I really want to show these because these are what Lily done within Wake Up Call. And this is showing you a couple of different ways. Always go back afterwards and watch what Lily done, because this is using them by cutting just into 1 layer, but then what she done within this one is cut the 2 layers. Once again, that's Centura Pearl, Joe. So that is, well, that is 620 GSM. Look at this one that she done. Shaker. Never thought of doing an inward.
Shaker I've seen in a while, Craig.
It really is, isn't it? Then what we've also got as well is our Connect and Sentiment on the most ridiculous price I have ever seen. So a little bit of a rocker at the bottom, if you want. You know, ours is on the glass mat, so it's like Bambi legs, but let's put it onto there that you can see. And then what she also done, let me pop this lid back on that we can see here. She created a box lid, but she created it from scratch. Not using the scoreboard, you can do, but from scratch, she's created that one. So there is loads and loads and loads. I would highly recommend it between Wake Up Call, between launch day, and if we get that far, launch party tomorrow when we have a look at them. Save them all in your playlist and see all the different things that you can do with them.
Yeah, and I think the great thing is about this, Craig, you know, just showing us there a handful of different ways, but so many different ways you can use them, which makes them such great value for money. So how are you going to get your hands on them is the question. The best way to get the best value is to get the large collection and it really isn't going to break the bank. 25.55 or 31.80, you're all going to get some sort of Club Inspired discount as well. Platinum members, you're looking at £20 and change, or $25 and change. If you want to cherry pick, you can get a couple of these, £15 or $18 if you want to get any two of them. Let me take you through the designs you're going to get then. So this one here is your dainty daisies that you've got there. I'm thinking that would go well with something like our Woodland Friends collection, would work beautifully with that. You've got ditzy butterflies. You cannot have too many schmetterlings in your collection. We all know that. This one here is the traditional squirrels, as Craig calls them, or the traditional swirls, as we all know them. Very opulent, got a little bit of an Art Deco feel to it, that one, which I love. And then delicate lace. Lace is so timeless. Think about using things like your vellums behind this. I think that would work really, really well. 25.55, 31.80, 10% went on the preview earlier, and for the amount of things that you can do, for the price, I think the value for money is absolutely sensational. Talking about sensational value, we've got a wonderful deal on some 12x12s for you. You're going to get two of our Knitwit pads for free in this collection. You're going to pay for these two Sarah signatures. Let me show you the two you're not paying for first. So this one here is your Kindly Thoughts collection. Really beautiful colourway here. It's floral as well, so you know it's going to be timeless. If you love to fussy cut, as I know Craig does, there's really lovely ones here. Beautiful borders that you could fussy cut. Going to work really, really well for scrapbook pages, or of course you can trim it down if you want to. So you're going to get that one included. You're also getting for free as well the Homebody collection, which is awesome. It's very pink, this one, which I know a lot of you love. Look at those massive bold florals there, really beautiful. Again, with this one, you are getting 12x12. It's 180 GSM, both these. They are uncoated as well, so if you want to stamp over them or ink over them, you've got the option to do that. 24 sheets there you're not paying for, and a further 24 sheets here you're not paying for. And you're also getting these two included, the vintage butterflies, which was so beautiful. I also think with this one, Craig, if you've got something like chinoiserie and you've maybe run out of papers, this would be a great one to go alongside that. It's going to play with something like your dragonfly collection beautifully. They're almost like really lovely wallpapers, aren't they?
Exactly, yeah, box frame. Put them 12x12 box frame, put them on your wall.
Absolutely beautiful. And maybe even fussy cut some of those out when you're getting them at this kind of value. And then you'll also get Country Lane. Country Lane is great as well, because Country Lane, again, very floral. And florals are just great because they are great for absolutely everything.
They really are.
They are, you know, not really occasion specific in any way. Lots of depth to these as well, is exactly what you expect. You're saving almost £30 here, or $34, $31.98 or $36.90. They were very popular, those, in the earlier show, so make sure you grab a hold of them and get them in your basket. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do so all the normal ways. Crafters TV, if you're on Facebook, Crafters Companion, if you are over on YouTube. If you've gone for this brand new launch collection, I would love to know, and if there's any questions you've got about it specifically, you can let me know and I'll fire them over to Craig as well on your behalf. But I know Craig has got loads to get through, haven't you, Craig? Lots of demos coming up in this show.
Lots of them. So we're going to dive straight in. Let's have a look at the butterfly, this one being our Ditzy butterflies here. So what I'm going to do, if I take this die off first of all, if you are new to us at Crafters TV, maybe you're new to Edgeables, what these are is these are giving you the element, the option, the design to put a beautiful design on the edge of your card. So what you've got is on this one here, we've got all that beautiful die detail. Now, when we say die, we will say your die cut, your raised. It's not sharp. So, you know, you're not going to be going around putting your hand or your elbow or anything on it. But just know that if you were to accidentally put it down, kiddies come into your craft room, put their hands down, it's not going to cut you. Yeah. It may be called a cutting blade, but it's not sharp whatsoever. But what happens is we've got all this detail here, and we've also got an outside cutting edge. So this is going to be removed from your cardstock, and this is all going to stay into place. Now, what you will find with many other Edgeables is if you were wanting to do the front and the back at the same time, you would either do it separately, or you would go in and you would layer up your plates with shims. So you put in bulk shims of your cardstock to really compress the pressure from the Gemini, any other die cut machine. But then what can happen is that is when it's going to banana your plates.
Right, I see.
So this is where with these dies here, the actual cutting blade, cutting edge here, is slightly deeper than what you would find normally when it comes to our dies. So it's slightly higher, and what that means is it's got more scope of going through 2 layers of cardstock with absolute ease. So whether it's 300 multi-purpose card, 310, you know, even up to 330, you will be able to cut no problem. And we're going to show you that right now. So I'm going to line this right up to the edge of my card. Now remember where I was saying, Joe, that this edge here that cuts away, you can pop that wherever you want. Now what I mean by that, I'm going to cut there, so that means this is the only bit that's waste.
Okey-doke.
But if I move that wherever I want, if I move it there, all that's going to be waste, that's going to stay in place. If you go in at an angle, of course, you would just need to snip top and bottom. That would all be at waste. So you have that creative play as to where you want to position it.
And I guess if you just want to cut through one panel, you can just cut through one
can.
panel, can't you? Open it out and cut through the one. Lots of questions coming in about this, which is brilliant. Those pads I shared with you, just to let you know, I think they're probably going to go. 40% of those went just in the earlier wake-up call alone. Very busy on our launch as well. A lot of you have jumped to the web already and popped this into your basket. I think, Craig, the brilliant thing about this is you're going to open up a whole brand new load of concepts, aren't you? And it's not going to cost you the earth.
No.
And I'm guessing then, Craig, we can still do all of our original edgeable concepts with these. We could go back and watch all those original edgeable masterclass if we wanted to.
Everything. All that you're going to do is you're going to take a demonstration, an idea that Jan done on an edgeable 3 years ago.
Perfect.
Or Debbie Fisher done 2 years ago, and you're just going to replace the die. That's instead. So instead of using the one they've done, follow their design, but you're using this one. Change them about. You can absolutely do that. Now, you will find it's not often you see me using the large Gemini instead of the junior, but because of my card sizes that I'm doing today, I need my larger Gemini. In saying that, depending on the card size that you're using, it's still going to go through your junior, still going to go through your smaller machines. It's just size dependent on the card stock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then pop that one onto my plate. So you've heard us talk time and time again. We don't like going straight on because then the rollers of the Gemini are having to take that kind of running leap, so to speak. So we're just going to put it at a little bit of an edge. And then what we're going to do, nothing different. So it's magnetic, plastic, and then our top plate. I would always recommend, and I know Lily said the same earlier on, use the pause and reverse function, because it's going to give you that additional extra cut by doing the pause when you hear that distinctive sound, and we're going to reverse it. If I let that go all the way through, Joe, that will still cut.
Okay.
It's just using the benefits of having that reverse feature. So as we take this one out, and we're going to move that out of the way, straight, look at that, straight away.
Perfect. Like a hot knife through butter, isn't it?
It is indeed. Now look, so pop all of these ones out. Now keeping in mind, if I pop all them out, but open them out, that's 2 layers that I'm going through, Joe. That has cut beautifully. It's cut pristinely. That back layer, there is no feathering, there's no buckling, there's no nothing. This is our multi-purpose cardstock. And although that I was saying it could be 300 GSM, 310, 320, it can be your Centura Peril. It can be your linen cardstocks. It could...
Vellums with these as well.
Of course you could, yeah. Absolutely. Still do your vellums. As you were saying, Joe, anything that you already love to do with your edgeables, you can do with these ones as well. And the reason for this one anyway, that I'm purposely poking them all out myself instead of using the tool just now, is because I want you to see that back edge of this card has all die cut beautifully. There's no fiddling about, there's no bits trying to tear out. It's absolutely cut like a dream. And that is the back edge of a 300 GSM.
Perfect.
So all that I'm going to, in actual fact, my front edge is already cut.
These might look, I'll try that again, shall I? These might look lovely as a decorative edge on something like your memory books, Craig.
Absolutely, yep. The key thing is, as you were saying there about the memory books, Joe, there is no cutting edge on one side.
Yeah.
So yes, your memory book, your precious memories, anything like that, the edges of your scrapbook. If you've got our Pro machine, There's nothing stopping you from doing a great big length and doing them time and time again.
And I guess with this first demo, Craig, you're using a card blank that is the same height as the thing. You talked about making them bigger and then slipping them out. I'm guessing we could use smaller card blanks if we wanted to do as well and leave them over the edge in the same way.
Over the edge, this could be slightly longer if you wanted to. You don't, if you are doing something really long, you don't even have to have the Pro, Joe. All that you would do is you would do one and then you would keep moving it down and then you would just work your way through your Gemini. So you can still do all of these things. But as you can see here, that has cut like a dream. That was, for anyone who wants to know, 6 inches by 5.5, 6 by 5.5. And then what I've done is I've gone in with this peachy tone of this Centura Pearl. And I'm going to back it onto the side here. Now what I am going to do, this is just my preference when it comes to anything like this. I'm going to go in with my tacky glue. So what I'm doing, remember what I say about tacky glue, you don't need to cover the whole lot. All that I'm doing, so that you can see, all that I'm doing, Joe, is sketching. This is our tacky glue. This is in our little applicator. I'm sketching over some of this detail. The glue will spread as I press down, and that is all that I need to do. Go in, tape runner if you want, that's up to yourself. Put in a little bit in here, and then I'm going to close that one over. We're going to feed that right up to the edge, and it is purposely wider than I need. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that down for a second, and then using my scissors, Joe, I'm going to trim that edge, and we're going to have a backing to our top layer.
If you get any splodgy bits here, Craig, because look, if anyone's going to get splodgy bits, it's me when I'm using glue. Does that dry clear, that tacky glue?
Crystal clear.
Oh, amazing.
Yep. So if you do get any splodgy bits, as you would say, what I would do is with your finger...
That's the technical term for
splodgy
them.
Bit.
Splodgy bits, yeah.
Take it off, just wipe it off with your finger, but any residual glue just underneath, it will dry absolutely clear.
Amazing.
And in some ways, very similar to your glossy highlights, what you could actually do is you could actually feed some of the glue in there. Glossy highlights will dry clear, your tacky glue will dry with a bit of a sheen to it, you know, not crystal clear, so it's a nice little option if you wanted to. So taking that one off, and the reason I've gone right to the edge is so I've not just got a strip at the back. I'm going to go in with my small scissors. And you know what I'm like, because I love my small ones. You are a very fussy cutter, aren't you? A lot of people tuning in saying hi already. Georgianne is saying hi from Clearwater, Florida. Christine Mahoney's in. Alicia is in Arkansas. At work while listening to my favourite channel. Regina is saying hi from Buffalo, New York. It's 40 degrees there. It's very chilly. Wow.
Fahrenheit, that is, of course. Flora's in California. You are up bright and early this morning, Flora. Tammy's saying hi from Connecticut. And Laura's in Virginia as well. Everyone's in a very chatty mood this morning.
All over.
Well, this afternoon here, obviously. This morning for our American viewers.
I know, it feels weird for me because all yesterday I was thinking that I'm in here all day, but of course we've no Monday makers because it's you and Sarah.
No, yeah. This is the last show of the day here today on Crafters TV. HSN preview coming up later at 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast, with myself and Sarah for 3 hours. So make sure you come and join us for that. I'm already seeing lots of things dotted around the studio, which I'm not allowed to talk about just yet.
I know, I've spotted them as well, Joe. I've seen some. Now notice now what I've done, a little bit of green card, I've now put it through my mini. So it's going to go through the smaller ones, and the reason being, I'm just going to do a couple of bits before we finish this off. It's really nice to do a little bit of paper piecing. So I'm going in with my tacky glue. If you've got our relatively new Stay Sticky glue pens, they would work an absolute treat as well. But I'm just put my pokey tool into a little bit of the glue. I think you need to turn that one the other way around.
I think what's lovely with these, Craig, for paper piecing, there's no pressure to paper piece all of it, is there?
No,
that's the worst. When you think, I'd love to paper piece that, but if I do one bit, I've got to do the lot. And then that's when it becomes a bit of a pain, really. It
does. So in prime example, as you're saying that, what I would do is I've paper pieced that one. For me, visually with my eyes, it looks appealing to do that one and then that one. Right. But we've got so much that we want to show you. I'm not going to do that. In saying that, this is still going to look really, really lovely with that one little butterfly that has a little bit of green in, and that's because I have picked out a little bit of green from this paper, from the vintage butterfly, and I'm going to pop that one into there. I've already done some of these little sentiments that we can see. Mats and layers, you know me, mats and layers all the time. And then I'm going to go happy, and then I'm going to go birthday. Put that one down here. And then I've taken two little bows. I've already hand tied these ones. Finish off, we're going to go in. Let's bring in our glue gel. I'm going to pop one here. Now, I would, if I was at home, I would add some gems or pearls, but once again, these are the bits that you can do at home. I'm just going to leave it there, and then turning that one around. So if I lift that one up, so what we've done initially is we've cut through the front and the back, and I'm purposely going to lean forward, and I'm going to hold there for a second. There's no feathering, there's no buckling, there's no nothing, and that is the back layer. It's as pristine as that front layer. That really front gorgeous layer, I've just backed one little bit of paper piece in to match the green I've got in this corner there, and that is how you can use them. As I said, that was two layers of 300 GSM, and that is the initial concept, is how you would use them. But as you said, Joe, use them in the exact same way as you would use other edgeables. This is just a bonus feature, a really good bonus feature.
And I think the great thing about them is they'll fit into any collection, won't they?
Of course they will, absolutely.
There's definitely one in this collection that will go into any Sarah Signature collection, one that will go into any of your Nature's Garden collection. So I think it's lovely sometimes when you can not break the bank, Craig, but get something that maybe gets you back into parts of your stash that you haven't used for a little while.
Yeah.
I think these will definitely do that. A lot of you still tuning in and saying hi. Panda Craft says, I've nearly finished my second card of the afternoon. What a productive day you're having, Panda Crafts. Carol saying good morning from Tennessee. Sandra is saying hi to everyone. Lorna's saying hi as well. Sandra says, I've ordered these first thing this morning, ready to take notes from the master. I love that she's felt the need to put in brackets Craig there, just in case there was any confusion as to who is the master when it comes to these dies. I think we all know,
never
Sandra,
underestimate.
I'm definitely not the master of the crafts.
No, Joe, never underestimate your knowledge and your ideas when it comes to what you can do.
Visit said, Christine Coppenrath says, good afternoon to the best comedians of Crafter's Companion. Just love listening to your soothing voices. There you are. I've sent that to Ben already, don't you worry, Christine?
Good for you, because if you hadn't...
Let's have another look at these. Very, very busy on them. They were very busy in the wake-up call, and it is super busy again now. Options when it comes to getting them. They're all available individually. They're on a 2 for £15 or $18, but the best way to get the best value is to get them in the bundle that's on your screen. Dainty Daisies is the first one you're using here. Florals, so it's really going to be quite a versatile one, that, and go in lots of different collections. The Ditzy Butterflies that you've just seen Craig creating with there. You're also going to receive this one, the Traditional Swirls. Quite Art Deco, that one. Could be really great. I'm seeing silver glitter card with that one. I think that would be glorious. And also delicate lace too. All four of them coming your way for that price there. If you are a Platinum member, £20 and change, $25 and change is all it is going to cost you to get all four of those home today. Very busy on that. Lots of other stuff though for you in the show. The MIDI. Oh, I love this machine. If I do any crafting here at Crafters TV, this is the one I use. It is me-proof, this crate, which I think is brilliant. Anyone can use it. And I love it personally because you've just got those folders, so no sandwich combinations. If you know someone that's starting out in crafting, they're going to absolutely love it. It's super speedy as well, which is fantastic. And of course, because it has that name of Gemini on there, you know it is going to pack a punch. It is still going to do all of those gorgeous intricate dies for you. It suction caps to your work surface too. And Craig, stealth silent crafting mode activated. If you are someone that likes to craft late into the night, you're going to absolutely love that. Now, $59.49 or $76.46 is brilliant because we've given you a great discount on there. Very nice. But you'll also get 100 bonus points as well, which is brilliant. So make sure you snap it up. If you've been waiting for a deal on a MIDI, this is probably it. Under £50, just over $60 if you are a Platinum member. We've got some accessories for you as well. So these are the folders that go along with this. Brilliant just to have spares of these on hand. They will need replacing eventually. They don't go pretty quickly, but it's always good to have a spare set whenever you need them. So you can go for those, £8 or £10.49 with a 10% saving. And we also have that purple plastic shim for you as well, as you want to grab one of those. Again, with a 10% saving, £4.49 or $6. You definitely will want to keep this nice and pristine though. And there is no better way, Craig, than keeping it in your super stylish midi storage bag. And I love this because you've got the main body of the bag here. We need to be like the shops and have some like tissue and stuff in here, don't we, to make it look all plump and voluptuous. So there is the main body of the bag for you there, which your machine is going to go into. And then what's great is you have this panel here with a pocket on. That is also removable as well, which I love. So you can take that out when you're using it. Things like your pokey tools, your bone folders, all of that's going to go in there. And then I'd be keeping things like my dye brush in the top of there too. So you've got a little bit of storage in there, and it's going to match perfectly with all of the other purple storage you have. Things like your dye storage folders as well. £15 or £17.99 if you want to get your hands on that one just there. Flora's saying what beautiful cards you can make with these dies. Absolutely you can. Clarice is saying hi from South Carolina. Stephanie says good morning. Just got grandkids to school, headed out to breakfast with hubby. Sounds delicious. And also Gilmore's saying hi. Michelle saying what an awesome price on these. Sandra's eating oranges and they're so sour, it's making her eyes water. Thank you for sharing that with us, Sandra. That is not good. Get a little bit of sugar or some sweetener on there, I'd say.
I do love sour sweets.
Sour sweets, not sour oranges though.
No. Although, I do like lemon, and the tartar the better when it comes to lemon.
What do you do with it?
Lemon meringue pie.
Oh, right. See, there's visions of me, you just sucking on raw lemons there.
Okay, right, yeah.
Right,
that's why you said that. No. You do hear of people that do that, but yeah. No, if it, like in a lemon meringue pie or something like that, the tartar the better, lemon tart. Ooh, lovely.
Miriam Margulies eats onions just raw, peels them and just eats them like an apple. Imagine how honky
the legend that she is.
Yeah, she is a legend. Anyway, enough about, people's strange food habits, Craig. Should we get back to the launch?
Let's do it. Talking about lemons, we're going to be going all yellow with this one here. You may have got the paper pad last week with that incredible deal where I won't tell you what it was because it's finished now, but it was with the sunflower paper pads I'm going to use. Absolutely, Jamie, I'm just teasing you. Here's what you could have won or what you could have got. What we're going to do is I've taken card blank, 8 inches by 6 inches, our multi-purpose cardstock. I am going to tell you, and this is teasing again, we were meant to have this on the show. You guys sold it out even before we went live this morning. So I'm sure so many of you have got that in your stash, Centura apparel, anything like that you can absolutely use. Everyone says
Pearl. It sounds like a sort of Pirates of the Caribbean movie, the way you say it.
Pearl.
Is there a Pirates of the Caribbean that's got the word pearl in it? I'm not sure. If there's not, there should be, and you should do the voiceover for it. Curse of the Black Pearl. There we go.
Pearl. Yeah. Curse of the Black Pearl. So going into the side, last week, one of the morning shows here in the UK, Lorraine, who's actually Scottish as well, she was interviewing Harry Hill. I think he does some American stuff, but anyway, because she's Scottish, he was taking the mick out of one of the words, worm. Worm. Because in Scotland, that's what he said, yeah. Whereas,
I find you Scots love an extra syllable, don't you? Like film.
Film.
Like it's a 1-syllable word for me. It's a 2-syllable word for you.
Do you know something, actually? I put it on my CC Insta page.
The best one, though, is Purple Burglar Alarm.
Oh, don't get me to say that.
Craig can't really say it. I don't know. It's one of those things.
Purple burglar alarm.
There we go. I love it. I absolutely love it. We're going to fall down a black hole now of things that can't be said in certain accents is the problem with the comments.
But look at that one, Joe. The same as before. What I will do this time, let's just get my tool. We have got a bundle on the show with all your tools in them. So I'm going to use it this time because you've seen in that last demo, and you can see within this one how well that it cuts. Get that just through with absolute ease. So popping them out. And what I would say with this one specifically You can do all of them, but this one specifically, Joe, this is good to keep for, you know, if you want to do shakers. If you're not wanting to bin things, if you are wanting to then recycle, then use these bits in with your shakers. But I'm going to work my way along, poking all these bits out here. Just to say as well, what I was doing while Joe was chatting, I was just having a look on the website, making sure that the adhesives that I'm using are on there, which they are. Because I know the one thing that I always get asked, Joe, is what is the tape Craig's using? It is on our website. Our
This
website.
is like your new favourite, isn't it?
Oh no, I've used
used
double-sided tape since day one. I know I've told this story thousands of times, so I won't say it again, but there was my very first 2 crafty products I ever bought. One of them was an adhesive pack, which had double-sided tape in, and I've used it ever since.
Sorry, I'm laughing because you said you weren't going to tell us a story and then you told us a story.
No, I didn't tell you the story.
Oh,
No, I
now I
didn't.
want to know
No.
the story.
No.
Now I want to know the story.
No, I didn't tell you the story.
See, I shot myself in the foot there, didn't I?
You did. You did indeed.
Too quick to mock, too quick to mock.
There you go. That's why I love you, Joe. But there we go. So that's one side done.
That's just one side.
That's
isn't it?
just one. I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. Good old Susan Boyle.
I'm in a very strange mood today, Craig. I have pre-apologised.
I love it when you're like this. You were in a cheeky mood yesterday. To be fair, we were both in a cheeky mood yesterday.
I think the reason I'm in a bit of a funny mood is now, it's been quite cool in the studio the last couple of days. So I've put this very, very thick jumper on, Craig, and I am sweating
You're
cobs
sweating.
now. It's literally running off of me. I might need to do a quick change, or, I mean, if I had something on underneath, I'd take a layer off, Craig. But, you know, it's definitely, definitely style over function today. No one wants to see that, George. Journalin says hi from Chesterfield, favourite town of the fabulous Crafter's Companion store, and the staff, the best staff ever.
That's where Debbie's from.
Pandacraft says, oh dear, I just left my glue gun a little close to my plastic boxes. Yes, I now have holes for ventilation. Oh. Ooh, don't be doing that. Catherine saying how much they love their MIDI as well, use it every single day. Jean Marie says, hi guys, I'm watching, but I must get some sleep before my night shift. So forgive me if I don't see all of it.
Not a problem.
Well, don't worry, because you can watch this show back anytime you like, Jean, as you can with all of our shows over on the website. So make sure you go and check those out.
Definitely. Right, we'll let this one come out. So I've done nothing different than what I'd done before. I've just gone on to the other side now.
Have I just missed what cardstock you said this was you're using here, Craig?
This is our white multi-purpose cardstock. So this is what I'm using, and I had cut it to, what did I say again, 6 by 8 inches. So my top fold is at the top. So let's take this one out. And then once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop all these bits out so that you can see that it starts to cut with an absolute dream. Do you know what it feels like as well? I don't know if you still get them nowadays, but you know if you go to the circus or the carnival and you'd get the little raffle tickets and it have the little beveled edge, and as you peel it away from each other, you get that distinctive sound and feel. That's what it's like when you peel it off.
I think the kids call it ASMR, Craig, that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Auto-sensory meridian response.
I do follow a few on TikTok that do that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love them. They're so good.
Yeah. I know, sorry Joe, I know the social team have started to do bits like that on our social with their paper pads and that.
Yeah.
It's, oh my God, it's a lovely feeling.
Journaling, I love you. She says, you are looking hot, Joe. Winky face. Thank you. In temperature, of course. Don't forget any questions you've got about this launch, please do get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Chloe is our social media superstar for the first half of the show. And then, I don't know who it will be after that. It will be a surprise for you and for me.
I'm going to say Susie.
Very busy on these, Craig, as well. We're just hearing.
I'm not
surprised. Loving them. No surprise, is it?
Not surprised at all. Now, just to point out, I do have ones where it's already been popped out, but the purpose of these, Joe, is to show how they cut through 2 layers at once. So I don't want to be, you know, when you see other places, they're trying to pop them out and they go, oh look, that's cut perfectly, and they put their thumb over the bit that's not quite cut. You know, when they do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I purposely want to spend that extra minute or two by popping them all out so that you can see these. They look like a normal die, and they are. They're just a little bit thicker in that cut-in raised area. So now what we've got is our left and fold. Turn it around, adhesive at the side. That could be little tuck-ins if you want to. You could tuck that one in, of course. You know, do your sentiments if you want to. That could then be moved down. We'll do a demo later on where it's like that. So you've got a lot of play within this one here. But then what we're going to do is bring in some honey pot. This is our water reactive. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm just going to start to the left-hand side and really start to lay that in. So going in, so we're getting that real depth.
It's amazing how much difference a bit of inking makes, isn't it?
It does. It really, really does. In actual fact, I don't want to add colour on the inside. I'm going to leave it on the outside. But what you can then do with these ones, Joe, is if you leave it like that, do them side by side, do them on top of each other, think of your inks. Use them to do your inking through, your glitter paste. You know, Jamie will be here soon from Creative Expressions. So any of your glitter pastes or that you've got, use these as stencils. Don't necessarily think about them as just dies.
What would you cut? What would you cut if you were going to use it as stencil? Would you just use cardstock?
I would still use cardstock. I would still just use cardstock. What you will find with these is with our Gemini, it will probably cut acetate a little bit easier because they're a bit deeper. Still put in your metal shim.
Would it cut something like Dough-Flex?
Dough-Flex, that's a cheeky monkey.
Little bit too thick.
That's so temperamental.
Right, I see.
What I would say, if you've got some,
Dough-Flex, if you don't know, is like a stencil material.
it is, yeah. It's one of those, if you've got some, give it a shot. It's not going to do any harm. The only thing that it wouldn't do is cut. I would add my metal shim in, and same plate configuration as you would do normally. And all that will happen if it doesn't cut, it's just going to be a lovely design. You can always use it as a background if you want. But the chances are, there is a good chance that it would because these are slightly deeper. Give it a shot and see. And then I've taken my nesting dies, Joe, and I've cut one layer with a sunflower, which was 5 3/4 in diameter. And then the yellow card is from our sunflower tone collection. And that one is 6 inches in diameter. I'm going to pop that one on. And then to break it up slightly, I've done a little panel, go in with my pads, take these ones off. I'm going to set that one down the side. Same collection, gone in with thanks. So if I take these ones off, that can sit to the side here. I'm going to go in, I've already tied a bow, so let's go in with our glue gel. So this is where I'd started to say earlier, Joe, that the glues that I'm using, the tacky glue, glue gel, the double-sided tape, all of these, they are on the website, so you can just check them all out. And then what I am going to do, so you can see what a little difference it makes. I'm not going to do lots, just a couple. I'm going to go in with my pearls.
Lynn asked about the cutting through leather. They're not going to do that, are they? You'd need a multimedia die, I'm guessing, for that, wouldn't you, Craig?
Yeah, that's still going to be your multimedia die, anything along those lines, definitely multimedia.
Wouldn't this make a great pumpkin card, Gilmore suggests?
That's a good idea, isn't it?
Really great idea.
Really good idea. Last one now, and that's the thing, you've got that creative play when it comes to these. And then there we go. So now,
beautiful.
A left and right hand fold side cards, and as you've said, or as you've seen, that's cut through the 2 layers absolutely perfectly.
No problem whatsoever, which is awesome. Let me just recap then the 4 designs you're getting in here. Very, very busy. Everyone pretty much so far going for the full collection. And why wouldn't you? They are available, remember, on a 2 for £15 or $18. But they're so versatile and such great value, it makes sense to go for all 4 of them. Dainty Daisy is this one. You've also got the Ditzy Butterfly. That one there is your traditional swirls. I think that might be my fave. I know we don't want to have faves. I think that might be it though. And the delicate laces in there for you too. $25.55 or $31.80. That platinum's down to £20 and change, or $25 and change. Lots of you are with that sat in your basket at the moment. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out in just a moment, so don't worry about that. Let me also share with you, Craig referenced a intricate tool collection a moment ago there. This is perfect for these intricate dies, which I would consider these to be, this launch, but also anything else in your collection. You're going to get the die brush, which comes with a sponge, and the replacement heads is in there too. You're always going to need the low-tack tape. Our low-tack tape is such great value. We've also got a tape pen in there for you as well, which is wonderful. It's an extra strong permanent tape pen, and a couple of pokey tools. You can never have too many pokey tools. And 10 sheets of Centura Pearl for you in there too. So a really great intricate tool collection for you. Brilliant things like edgeables, your creator cards, and you've got a 25% saving there as well, which is awesome. So $17.49 or $29.49 if you want to grab a hold of that. I must go back to, though, that 12 by 12 pad collection, because you guys are absolutely loving it, and easy to see why, because you are getting 48 12 by 12 pages for free in here, which is wonderful. So this one firstly here is the Kindly Thoughts. You're not paying for this collection. A really lovely collection of florals, some repeating patterns, some nice big bold border designs in there, all double-sided, so they're going to matte and layer perfectly for you as well. That one there is your Kindly Thoughts. Then you also have this one here too. This one is your Homebody collection. It's very, very pink, which I love. Some gorgeous borders and frames again in here, and big, bold florals, which are always welcome, aren't they? If you love to fussy cut, you're going to absolutely love this too. It's uncoated, so you're going to stamp on it. You want to ink over it, you've got the option to do that. And then the other two that you're getting in here are two of our most popular Sarah Signature collections. This one here, Vintage Butterfly, would go wonderfully with something like your Vintage Diary if you have that. Lots of depth, lots of dimension on there, lots of different layers to all the imagery as well, and really beautiful sort of vintage muted tones all the way through there. And the other one you're going to get in this collection is this one just here. It is your Country Lane. So you've got 72 plus, quick math here, 72 plus 48, 130, 120, 130 pages. 72 plus 48, 120 pages of 12 by 12 papers for £31.98. Now, I'm no Carol of Ornament, but that is just over, that's about 26.5 pence a sheet, which is amazing value for money. It really, really is. $36.90 if you are in the US. On our way to half the stock gone here now on those for $4. If you want them, you are gonna have to be quick. That is amazing. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant value there on those. I tell you what, I think we all need a moment. We're all getting excited, aren't we? Why don't we give you an opportunity to check those baskets out? So whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
It's so lovely to see some of our wonderful crafty community there. We're going to come back and have a look at these because these are on an amazing price. It is the connecting sentiments. I think these are brilliant because they're so cleverly engineered by Leanne and her team. They fully support themselves, which is brilliant. And the price, well, it's going to knock your socks off. £48 you should be looking at, or $65 today. £14, $11.20 if you're a platinum member, or $19, $15.20 if you're a platinum member. That saves everyone almost £35 or $45, which is amazing. And they are really usable sentiments. So trim them out and you can use them as a sort of a topper. Nothing to stop you actually going in close around the letters there and trimming that completely out, or pop them into your concept. And you've got with love, celebrate. This one here says thankful. So you can either use it on its own, or you can incorporate the stamps that come with it. It's completely up to you. Congrats. We've also got thanks for everything. And it's for an amazing friend, which is that one just there. I think if you don't own these, they need to be in your basket at that price. I mean, they make so much sense. And there's lots you can do with these again, Craig, isn't there? Lots of ways to incorporate them into your projects.
There really is. Please don't think as though you're only going to be able to use them within your square cards for that connection. What you can do is absolutely use them in many other ways. So this is using them in the way that they were initially designed to be used, and that is having that connection between the two layers of your card blanks. What I always like to do, Joe, is point out, please don't underestimate the engineering that comes when it's designing these, because all these connections when it comes to the sentiment or the fonts, they have all been specifically placed for you to have that strength in that connection. Now, many of them we will have put acetate on the back, but believe me when I say that's not necessary. You can do it if you want, but the strength is already there when it comes to, of course, that connection. So that is how you can be using them. But then, of course, you can be popping them on at the wonk if you want to. Absolutely do that. But then if you love to do your double Dutch cards, you know, even how well that looks, you can use them in the top. But then this is where they also get fun. What about your side steppers? Nothing stopping you from using the side steppers. Using them with a block of cardstock at the back if you want to highlight the sentiment. Black and reds with whites works an absolute treat. Not a lot to it, but it makes a statement. Excuse the pun. Then what about, again, your stepper cards? What about as well using the edgeables that we've got and using them in this way as a decorative detail at the back? You can do that. It's another one, it's the double Dutch that we can see here.
I love the double Dutch. It works really well, this, isn't it?
It does. And what it also shows as well, Joe, is not the full length has been used. You can trim it down if you want to, or you can continue it. And then what about, last but by no means least, what about an easel? And that has got no acetate, no acetate whatsoever, but you've still got the strength there within an easel. So really, really fab. A lot of people have trouble with the sentiment on their cards. They focus on that focal point. They don't know where to put the sentiment, whereas the sentiment is and can be the focal point of your cards and your projects. For that price, an absolute must for me.
Absolutely, it will. Right, let's move back then to that brand new launch for you. It's what our launch day is all about. Your first chance you've had to get your hands on this here today. It is the Ellipse, not Eclipse, Ellipse. Ellipse is a fancy scientific word for curve. It's what we've deduced, isn't it, Craig?
It is.
And you're going to get 4 brand new dies in here. They are edgeable, so it means you're going to be able to use them in the same way as all of your other edgeables, but you've got a sort of added ways of using these too. So you've got the dainty daisies in there. You will also get those ditzy butterflies. This one here is your traditional swirls, or you can get the delicate lace. Not or, you're all going for the full collection, let's face it, because it's an amazing price, $25.55 or $31.80. They are available individually on any 2 for £15 or $18. However, I mean, the price is pretty shamazing, I'm not going to lie. And if you are a platinum, you're all getting some sort of Club Inspire discount as well. £5.11 each as a platinum member. So definitely worth getting it as a collection. Lots of you are still chatting away as well in the comments. Heather says they've got 10 of those sunflower pads. 10. That's amazing. They are gorgeous. Adriana is at work, but you know, I need my CTV fix. Cindy says, a lot of love coming in for that last card you did, Craig, from Cindy, Miriam, Barbara, Catherine, Carol as well. Lorna loved it, as did Gilmore. All the love coming in. And Emma says, I just ordered the Ellipse Edgeable Die Collection and the connecting sentiment stamps and die selection, both on a great deal. And Jill says hi from North Yorkshire too. If you've got any questions, fire them over to us at Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Grace has taken over for the second half of the show. So who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen now? Did you, if you weren't here yesterday, we were talking about naming cars.
Cars, yeah.
And Grace has got a red Fiesta, Ford Fiesta, which is called, wait for it, Neymar. We don't know either. Apparently a famous footballer. I just feel like that little insight gives you a little insight to Grace.
That's exactly.
She's a very wonderfully kooky character, isn't she?
She is.
And we love her dearly.
Exactly, I know, absolutely. And even she was having a little go at me in the comments earlier on, because I was the only one that didn't think it was cold. And she was like, Craig, it's freezing.
It is cold, Craig.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very chilly this morning.
I wasn't. Must be something to do with
I'm
the
definitely
fuchsia.
not cold now. I can
no,
assure
bet you're
you
not.
That. Toasty over here. Toasty over here now.
Lend me his jumper. Why? I really would be sweating if...
Can you imagine?
No, no, you have it.
It'd be fine, Craig, getting in my jumper. Imagine me then trying to get in Craig's T-shirt. I couldn't get one thigh into Craig's T-shirt.
Let alone
get it. I wouldn't be able to get it over my head.
It'd be muscle fit for you.
Muscle fit. Yeah, wish fit is what it would be, I think. Anyway, shall we crack on?
Let's do that. Right, let's do a little bit of layering. So with this card, what we're going to do is we're going to carry on with that cutting through 2 layers, but then we'll show you how you can equally just cut through that 1 layer if you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and I've got my card blank at 6 by 6. Now, this is also where you no longer have to make your cards to fit the envelopes. Having the scoreboards, the envelope maker on the website, we can now make our cards, we can design our cards whichever way we want using these Ellipse edgeables, and then make an envelope to fit. So this is where that crafty versatility comes into play. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to make sure that my card is at the left fold, which is very unusual for me because I usually do a top fold. But what I want to do with this one is I'm going to go in, so it is going to be the left fold, but at the moment I need to do top and bottom. Let's start that again, Craig, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my glass mat as a helping hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up to these lines at the side, so then that way I know that it is straight. So what we can then do is come in with our Gemini, and we're going to put it at an angle We're going to cut this one, Joe, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same on the bottom half.
Okie doke. Lots of you still chatting away. Jerry says, Crafters TV, happy to be here on this cloudy day. You're keeping me company as I pack for a brief getaway. You know what we all want to know, Jerry? Where are you going? If we can live vicariously through your holidays, we are up for that. And Sandra says it's your Scottish blood, Craig.
That's what it is. Told. Yeah, I'm used to the cold. Yeah. I'm used to it, so I'm fine now, yeah.
Tess says, I'm so envious of all the beautiful crafting magazines, products and makers in the UK. You have so many lovely things available to you, and I'm so grateful to CCTV for making it available to us in the US as well. Well, you're most welcome, Tess. You really are. And Rhonda says, I've got a red 66 Mustang as a high school graduation gift. I called it Derek. No idea why. Why not? Good, strong name for a car.
Yeah, I know we briefly mentioned it yesterday. I don't have a name for my car.
Mavis, mine's called.
Mavis. Jamie, I have got a Crossland car.
A Crossline?
Crossland.
Crossland?
Not a Crosslander,
what
as I kept calling it. Vauxhall.
A Vauxhall Crossland.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea. I'm not very good with cars.
Oh, I know.
And you know when like Uber, I've before, Craig, this, I'm not ashamed to admit this, but you know when you order an Uber and it says your Toyota Ujima Flip is downstairs, and I think, I have got no idea. I have been known to Google the model of car before to see what it looks like. So when I go outside to the street, I don't look stupid looking around for it.
Well, you see, we don't really have Ubers here in this area. No. It's something that we don't really have.
We need to name your car, Craig. That's what we need
to
do.
Name my car?
Grace reckons.
Name it.
We won't let Grace name it.
I'm not letting Grace name it, no way.
Harland or something like that, probably.
No, it'd probably be called like Harry Styles or something. No way. Or another footballer that I know diddly squat about.
Yeah.
So.
Name it after a wrestler. Great idea.
Could do. Yeah.
Or we could name it after a Eurovision singer.
No. I think I would rather have Grace name it than you.
Oh, rude. She's going to have a think for you, Craig.
She's going to have a think. I like that. The rock. Rock the Crossland. Yeah, that's it.
I don't think
no.
it's a Crosslander.
It's Crossland, not Crosslander. Crossland.
Could call it the Vauxhall Crosslander. Is it a Vauxhall?
What was that for? There?
I don't know.
Rock on!
It's clear that I am not cool. Anyway, I think we need to move on. We're falling into a black hole here. Mary Pat says, yeah, the Vauxhall Crosslander. That's amazing.
It's quite good, actually. Yeah.
Thank you. I did have to say it twice to get any kind of recognition, but it's all right. I don't mind. Mary Pat says, good morning, everyone, from a cloudy Montana. Good morning, Mary Pat in Montana.
Yeah, we'll think of something. Definitely. But I do like that one, Joe. Good one. So all that I've done is done exactly the same. Oh, look at that. I didn't go all the way through. So you don't need to worry. If that ever happens, if you only go so far and you press pause and reverse and it's not gone through, what to do is just make sure it's slotted back in like a jigsaw. I'm just going to secure that. And then what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to go back in down into there. And then we're going to feed that through once again. So I'm going to go in, we're just going to level it out and then pop it in. So I didn't quite listen for that distinctive thud, but then it's a Joy's thing as well. It is like a jigsaw. So you're just going to have a little bit of a play, wiggle it around so that it then does pop into place. There is that distinctive sound or thud, and then we're just going to reverse that back out. So then that's going to ensure you've got that pristine cut, front and back. So as this one comes out, what we can then do is bring that to the side. I can then carefully, this time, I'm going to take my tape off. So if I take that one off there and then do the same at the bottom. So we're going to take this one off and then just get a hold of that. Carefully take that off, move this one out, and then taking our tool. And this is the sort of thing, really is, Joe, your die tool and that is going to be an absolute dream.
Saves so much time, doesn't it?
For all of this, absolutely. Really, really is. So then what I'm going to do is I'm now going to take another piece of cardstock. I'm going to ink that one just shortly. But this one is 4 by 6, and this is just one layer. So it's just one layer of cardstock, and we're going to use that same die. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut at one side, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around and cut on the other side. So then we're going to have like a little banner within the middle.
Delightful.
So it's just showing you a few different ways in which you can use it within the one project. And for me, always using the glass mat as a helping aid to line up. So I'm just going to go up.
I think we forget about that sometimes, don't we? That you can use it,
Yeah.
You know, for lining up or composition or making sure everything's all nice and level and straight.
Absolutely.
Shadi says, Prince Joe, I was not supposed to be shopping. I had to get the paper pads bundle, the launch, and some knickknacks as well. Knickknacks as well. Gosh. Thank you. You are welcome, Shadia. I'm glad you've treated yourself to something gorgeous. Carol McDaniel says, Craig, speaking of wrestling, John Cena has set a new Guinness Book of World Record for the most wishes granted through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. How amazing is that? Isn't that incredible?
Seen that they were on about that in the wrestling the other week there, but yeah, I've seen it on social media today. Yeah,
that's incredible.
Brand new record.
What a top bloke, as we say here in the UK.
Absolutely. Really is.
Alicia's car is called Baby Gordon. Her late husband named it that. Sandra said we used to have 2 Rovers, Daddy Rover and Baby Rover. That's what they were called. Now we've got 2 Skodas, no names, but her kids mocked her because her Skoda Citigo has got Go Faster stripes, as they put it, on the side. Mine's got Go Faster stripes up the bottom.
At the bottom? Has it?
Oh dear.
Really?
I'm so sorry. We've done so well.
This is way before the watershed.
Doesn't make it go any faster. Up the bonnet.
Up the bonnet.
Up the bonnet. Oh gosh. Of all the days as well.
I don't actually know if that's better or worse, that. But it's something that my car doesn't have.
Oh, snort for you there, sorry. Making it worse.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you really do make me laugh,
It's
Joe.
this jumper. It's made me very warm.
That's what
I'm
it
getting
is.
discombobulated.
Blame the jumper. Blame it. So I'm running this one. What I've done with this one is I've just let it run through, all the way through. It's one layer, let it go, but then what we can do is peel that one away, and then I'm just going to neaten up that little edge, like so. And then what we've got is what will be our centerpiece. Now that, if you were to even extend that, that could be a wraparound. In actual fact, we were talking about this morning in Wake Up Call, myself and Lily, that could go around your napkins if you want to, the Christmas table, battery operated tea lights, you could then wrap that round if you want to. So, you know, you do have a lot of scope as well beyond your card making. That could simply be at the top corner, or that could have a little photo in there, put it into a scrapbook page, your precious memory books. So start to think where else you can use them. So then all that I'm going to do with this one, Joe, is this large one, I'm going to go around the edges with pale fig. And this one, I'm lightly going to go around the edges with the fuchsia.
Brilliant. I've just about calmed myself down. There we are. Right. Shadia says, Joe, it's only a Monday, but we've got a fake Friday vibe going on. What's going on? Yeah, it's very early in the week. Who knows where we're going to be?
Who knows?
By Wednesday. I've got 3 hours with Sarah later over on the Crafters Companion USA page. So I have to be on my best behaviour.
I am so watching when I go home when I'm prepping this afternoon and tonight.
I don't know what happened there. It's been a while since we've had a whoopsie as good as that one. What I will say is this is the last show of the day today here on Crafters TV. So there is a H&M preview later. That is happening at 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast, over on the Crafters Companion USA page. So if you want to get involved in that, that is where you're going to have to come to join us for that one. Carol says, oh, Joe, lol, so hilarious. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not intentional. I'm sorry if I upset
We
you on
know
there.
that. Slip of the tongue.
Lynn says, brilliant ideas, Craig. Thank you. It's a good job you're here, Craig. It really is. It's very busy still on this launch at the moment. I can see why, Craig, as well, can't you? For under £26, no one's paying that, let's face it, because you're all getting some sort of club-inspired discount. But for under £26, to get 4 new dies that are going to do so many concepts for you, these are pretty hard to beat when it comes to value, I'm thinking.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, if you think about it, Joe, platinum price, what we were saying, that was £5.11. How many times have we, each of us, either together or separately, done a craft wall or a cart load where we maybe have a set of edgeables or even just an odd edgeable that's over £5.11 for the one? Yeah. Whereas this is, as you say, brand new, and absolutely, you know, that is, of course, platinum price I'm referring to, but still a brand new die that would work out at £5.11.
Yeah, I mean, if we had them on a cartload at, you know, platinum price of £5.11, we'd be saying, snap them up. Of
course.
Great deal. But
absolutely,
it's economies of scale, isn't it? We're able to order so many of this.
Yeah.
There's so many customers out there now that we're able to drive the price as low as we can possibly get it. And we pass that on to you, which is brilliant.
We do.
So do snap them up. Take advantage when we bring you great launches at great prices. Carol says, no need to apologise, Joe. I needed the giggle. Me too, I think, Carol, as well. Me too.
Definitely. Absolutely. We need a little giggle every now and again, don't we? Just so that you know, the vellum that I'm using here is from Country Lane. And all I'm going to do, I started to cut it, and then I thought what I'll do is I'll wait until I've popped this layer on. And then I'm going to go in with my scissors again, just going to press that down. And we're going to go in. We're going to work that around. I know we kind of briefly talked about this yesterday, John. I didn't get a chance to ask you, when you were in Manchester the other day and you went into Primark and had the Central Perk Cafe, did you actually go in?
I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't go
outside, yeah.
Right.
We were talking about this yesterday. There is a Central Perk coffee shop in Primark in Manchester. Yeah. Amazing.
When you sent me the picture, I meant to reply saying, did you go in?
No, I didn't. I stood outside and looked in, and they do food as well. Just saying. Other cafes are available. But yeah, there we are. It was a very Craig day, actually, that day, because I did that, and then I went and did the cube. I don't know if that's how we say that I partook in the cube.
In the
Craig.
cube.
I faced the cube, took on the cube.
Took on the cube.
There's a cube experience in Manchester as well. You play the actual games that are on the cube. That's the only way I can show you what I did.
Yeah, very that would have been good to do.
We beat the couple that we were playing against. Yeah, we actually thrashed them, George.
Did you?
We beat them 5,500 points to 2,000 points, but we were losing until the penultimate game, Craig. And
really?
We snatched it at the end.
Good comeback then.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're just in Manchester or there sort of might be a few of them across the country. I'm not sure, but if there is, check them out.
I really need to.
Chelsea said, I've enjoyed seeing Joe all hot and bothered today. I'm not sure if I should thank you for that, Cheryl, but thanks for getting in touch.
I think a lot of people will be like that, Joe.
Sorry?
A lot of people will be like that.
What?
Seeing you
seeing
getting
me
hot
get
and bothered.
all seeing me get all flustered. Yeah. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes, Craig, you know that.
You're always
Bring
the
myself
professional
down.
one.
Sorry?
You're always the professional one. Here we go. I've gone in.
Awkward silence.
Awkward silence.
Silence. It's very busy on this launch. I know I keep saying it, Craig, but they are absolutely flying out at the moment. So many of you going for this. It was busy in the earlier wake-up call, wasn't it, Craig? But it's super busy now.
It was. I think some people, although we had sold quite a bit before we went live on Wake Up Call, I think many were kind of waiting to see exactly how to use them and the benefits of them. And then as soon as that penny dropped, once Lily started to use them, that's when so many had thought, oh, I need to get a hold of these. Finishing touch here. So all that I've done is I've layered up my middle platform that I've created that oval from onto foam pads. I've gone in with a strip also from our Country Lane, a little bit of fuchsia Centura Peril. The sentiment that you can see there is from Positive Thoughts. Few butterflies. I've put my bow on with a little bit of glue gel. But if I turn that one around that way,
I love that. That looks nothing like the other cards you've done.
No, it's
And
different,
in fact,
isn't
I
it?
don't think I would say, if you showed me that project alongside the other projects you've made, I don't think initially I'd know that that's come from the same collection, Craig. It looks totally different when doubled up.
It does. So what you need to watch for is, see, it is like a little bit of a rocker. Watch the balance, the positioning of your sentiments.
Right.
Because I've got my sentiment and my bow on this side, it's pulling more to the side. So just be careful in the way that you position it. Let you see it does stand. I would then move my sentiment more to the middle, just to set that balance, but then it goes to show how, really nice card, layer them up together. So we've gone through 2 layers and we've even done a single layer as well. So you've got that option.
Absolutely awesome. And one of so many different things you're going to be able to do with any one of these brand new dies that you've got just here. Dainty Daisies is this one just here. You're going to receive this in that main collection. Alongside your Ditzy Butterflies, you've also got the traditional swirls, and you will get the delicate lace. You're going to get all 4 of them for that incredible price, $25.55 or $31.80. Platinum's down to £20 and change, or $25 and change. Lots of love coming in for that last make there as well from Lynn. Teresa says it's beautiful. Lovely card, says Carletta also. We've got a brilliant selection of Centura Pearl now for you on the show. If you've not used Centura Pearl yet, I'd say why on earth not? Because it's ultimate luxury. It really is. It's the most gorgeous quality pearlescent cardstock, 310 GSM, but it's got the most incredible luster to it. It really has. You're going to get the pastels in here. I love this colorway. Really gorgeous pops of color in there for you. So that there is going to give you 40 sheets. And then what we've done is popped a load of other 10-sheet collections in here for you. So we've got some gold glitter in here, which is beautiful. Silver glitter. I think nothing says classy like silver glitter, Craig. It's very, very much classy. Then you've also got the Centura Metallic in the pale silver, which is going to go with that glitter card beautifully. You've got the green gold in there. The baby pink do-do-do-do-do-do, and the baby blue as well. You're going to get all of those. There's 100 sheets for £30 or $40. Platinum members, £24 or $32. 24 pence a sheet for platinum members. That is knock it out the park value for money right there. That is why so many of you are going for that at the moment. Let's also share with you this, a collection of our water reactive ink pads. Water reactive ink pads, most popular style of ink pad we bring you here at Crafters Companion. You guys love them. Brilliant for blending, brilliant for so many different inky techniques. And you've got in here Pine Tree, Spring Meadow, you've also got Lagoon, Sandstorm. This one here is Smoke Pearl. You've got Smoke Plume, Frosty Jade. Then you've also got Crushed Velvet, Spar Blue, and you'll also get the Bordeaux in there too. £50 or $76 there, saving you 15%, which is another awesome deal. And we also have some sentiments for you too, and it is these, your kindly thought sentiments. So this one here is sending positivity. So we've got things in here like be brilliant. She thought she could, so she did. Always believe in the impossible, challenges make you stronger. Really lovely uplifting sentiments in those ones there. This one here is your sharing the love. Cherish every moment. You deserve all the love in the world, or do more of what makes you happy. Just a few of those you're getting in there. And then we've also got this one here, which is the heartfelt sentiments too, with things like with deepest gratitude. That's a good one, isn't it? Love that. Hello to you, dear friend. You are awesome and have a beautiful day. Really, really lovely uplifting sentiments. Less than half price for you there. Everyone is paying less than half price. And of course, you're going to have some sort of Club Inspire saving as well, which is rather awesome. It's still very busy over on the website, so I'm going to give you another opportunity to check out those baskets. And whilst you do that, why don't we show you some of the fun stuff we love to get up to here at Crafters TV.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. We see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
My, oh my, it's exceptionally busy over on the website at the moment. Loads of you loving this brand new launch, and also lots of the other bits and bobs we've got in the show. I must remind you of these pads. It is still really busy on these at the moment, and easy to see why when you're getting 48 12 by 12 sheets from Knitwit, totally free of charge, which is brilliant. Now, this one here, firstly, is your Kindly Thoughts collection. Lovely, lovely blues and yellows there in that. Lots of florals, which is lovely. Lots of florals throughout all of this collection, actually. This one here, then, is your Homebody. You're also getting this one for free as well. Favourite price, that, for free. Really nice. Sorry? You're too, yeah, absolutely. I love a freebie, Craig. Really nice big bold florals in that. If you love to fussy cut, you're going to really enjoy that. So 48 sheets there that you're not paying for, and you're going to get a further 72 sheets as well in a couple of our most popular Sarah signature collections. These are the butterflies here. I love how much depth there is in them. I'm not sure how well you can see this. They look great on screen, but they look so much better when you see them in person. You've got like a stamp in the background, then we've got faux foiling, then we've got like background butterflies and lily pads almost here, and then the imagery in the front. There must be about 5 or 6 different layers to some of the images in this particular pad. 60% now of these are gone. These are going really quick. If you're watching this show back at a later date, if you're not watching us live, please go across to the website and check the current stock situation, because they're going very, very fast, these. And you will also get this one here, which is Country Lane. There's something quite nostalgic about the Country Lane one, you know. I think it's the colour tone. I'm not sure what it is. It really sort of takes me back to childhood for some reason. Don't know why. I've never been able to really put my finger on it. But a beautiful floral collection there for you. £31.98 or £36.90 gets you 120 sheets, which is amazing value for money. Do not miss out on those. And the other thing I want to share with you before we go back to Craig is the boards collection, the Scoremaster with envelope box and boxer board collection. You're going to get your Scoremaster in here, which is brilliant. Inches on one side and, of course, centimetres on the other. Brilliant for all of your card blanks, your boxes, of course. You've then got your boxer board included as well, so that one's coming in there for you. Again, inches one side, centimetres the other one. And then your envelope box board too. So you're going to make your own deep gusseted envelope. I love that word, Craig, or words. Deep gusseted envelope. It's a good word. I do love the word gusset. There's very few words out there that are better than the word gusset as far as I'm concerned. You get all three of those, £25 or $25. £20 or dollars if you're a platinum member. That's saving you £18 or $18 almost wherever you are shopping. So don't miss out on those. We must go back to that launch though, Craig. Very, very busy still as we move into the second hour on these, and easy to see why. They're not going to break the bank, are they? But they are going to do so many different concepts for you.
Yeah, I think with this one, it's been one of these products, one of these collections where you've needed that little bit of time to think. It's like, as I've said earlier on, it's like, how are you going to use it? Where are you going to use it? And as you've watched, you know, whether it was Lily earlier on or me, you've started to see the different spins that you could put onto the cards that you're going to do at home. Then you're starting to think, oh, so many people, I think this year than any other year, so many people are going to be hand-making, home-making their Christmas. So whether, of course, yes, obviously Christmas cards, but maybe it could be the Christmas table, you know, whether it's going to be gifts themselves. This is where you're starting to think, right, how can I use it? Where can I use it? And the pennies dropping with lots of different things. So that's why I think this one's been busy. That double bonus, if you do love to cut through your 2 layers of cardstock, other branded dies, other Gemini machines, other die cutting machines, you have to do the front and then the back separate, bulk up with shims, buckles your plates, etc., etc., whereas you don't have that issue with these ones. So what I've done is I've gone in with a card blank, which is 6 by 8 inches. And then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to come down, what I'll do to make it easier for you, George, I'll just move that there for a second. So my spine is to the left-hand side. All that I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little mark at the 4 inches. And then what I'm going to do is either using your craft knife or your scissors. What I'm going to use, it's not on the show, it is on the website. I was at Leanne for so long saying, are we getting our own paper trimmer? And she was like, something's coming, something's coming, something's coming. Violet Studios have got their own paper trimmer.
Debbie
it is
Robinson
was
raving about this last time I worked with her.
As soon as I found out it was on the website, I purchased mine. Do you know what I even done? Is I was so cheeky. I bought it, and our incredible guys across at the warehouse and girls, I gave them an email and said, here's my order number, can I pick it up on the way home? And they looked it out for me. I've been desperate for our own paper trimmer. Yes, you can do so many cutting that you would know and expect, but with the paper trimmer, you can go in, you can gut your cards, but you can do things that you can't do with a guillotine, such as side steppers, etc., etc. So yes,
you'll
it's
find
not,
that over on the website.
it is on the website. I double checked again before we went live just to make sure, and it is on the website. It's Violet Studios. So what I'm going to do, down to where my pencil line is, I'm going to come all the way down, and this is something that you couldn't do with the guillotine. Yes, you can do it with scissors or a craft knife, but when you've got a paper trimmer with ease, and all that I've done is where I've got these little marks here, I've gone right down to where my little mark on my paper is. And then I'm going to turn that one around. And then once again, where I see my pencil line, what I'm going to do is come all the way down. Where I've got that notch on my blade there meets up with that cut line. And now I've got that one there. That is just one of, I'm not going to say a million reasons, but lots and lots of reasons why I love a paper trimmer. So it's not on Shop the Day, but it is on our website.
Fabulous.
So now that I've got a little bit of an overhang. So once again, yes, I could use my guillotine for this or my scissors, but I'm just going to go up and then I'm just going to line that back up to finish it off, just to say it does have an extended arm. So now let's go in with our traditional swirls. My wee swirls.
Squirrels.
Taking this one out. Squirrels. Wee squirrels. let's just take these last little bits out. So if I take this one out, and then I'm just going to pop these last little bits, Joe. This is potentially my favourite one, Joe, the swirls.
I think it might be mine as well.
Yeah, I do love it.
I think you can make it look quite different based on different colourways as well. I think you can make it look quite retro. You could add it into florals. It would work really well too.
Yeah.
Lots of people still tuning in saying hello. Samantha Cheney saying good morning, everyone. Good morning,
Good
Samantha
morning.
Cheney. A lot of love still coming in for that last project you did as well. Lynn loved it, as did Therese, Carletta, Betty, Miriam, Michelle, Carol. All absolutely loved that last one. Emma did too.
Oh, thank
as well.
you. It's nice. And for me, Joe, what's really good is they give me that extra oomph to get creative. We said it in Wake Up Call, and I know I've said it before. I'm not known for my concept cards. It's not something I do a lot. I love my square cards. I love my rectangle cards, my straight edge cards. But when it comes to something like the edgeables, of course, you can absolutely do it on the edge of a square card, rectangle card. But it makes you think, lets you see, right, if I move that at an angle, or if I do an easel, use it as the topper, or the header, or the stepper, anything like that, you can absolutely do. Prime example is, if you didn't see Wake Up Call, once we are not live, I would urge you to go back and watch the 4 demos that Lily done in Wake Up Call. Completely different ones, but really does show off what you can do with them.
And a great point, you can watch all of our shows back anytime you like. You can go all the way back if you want, Craig. I wouldn't urge it. There's
hairstyles,
lockdown locks, lockdown love handles. We got slimmer, we got bigger, hair got longer, we got a little more unkempt, didn't we? Went from the shed over the road to the, all singing purpose-built studios. It's been a journey, Craig, and you can. All of it's documented there. It's like the Truman Show almost.
It is, isn't it?
Sense.
It is, yeah. And it's funny. Many here, and I'll say it because they've said it. Many have said there is people's weight fluctuate.
Oh, absolutely.
I seem to have been the only one where my weight goes downhill. So it's watching them back. It's
Honestly,
strange.
Up and
so
down
strange.
like a yo-yo.
It really is.
A colleague said of mine, an old colleague of mine said, "You've always had a touch of the Oprahs about you, Joe, haven't you?" That's what he said to me once. I thought, how rude.
Touch of the what?
Yeah, touch of the Oprahs. Because apparently she fluctuates as well. There you are. But I'm practically the Oprah Winfrey of Crafters TV. I'm just putting it out there, all right?
Oh, you're looking amazing as
Thank
it is.
you,
Anyway,
Craig.
just
I'm
now.
very warm though.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit warm myself now, funny enough. Getting a wee bit warm. But we've gone in and we've die cut the first panel at that first half. And then we can go in and do that top part. So with this one, I've not done my 2 layers. I've kept it at 1 layer, and it works, of course, as you would expect. So we've gone in now, you can see there. In actual fact, what I'm going to do, I should really have done this throughout the show, but just so that you can see, I mean, even the detail on it, do you know what I mean? It's beautiful. I love as well with many of these, for me, they're symmetrical. I love symmetrical. Works an absolute treat. It's pleasing on my eye, and you're going to find that with these ones. Also to say, and I did try that last night, even although the die edge is slightly deeper, it will work on your foil press.
I'm confusing myself if I look a bit perplexed. I'm just thinking, could you do a Z fold with these?
Of course you could.
You could, yeah?
Absolutely, of course you could.
Because I was looking at them trying to work out how you do it, but I didn't have a clue.
Yeah, so just say you had a panel that ran lengthways, because it doesn't cut at the edge, so you would just cut, and then you would cut, and then you could then fold your Z fold.
Okay,
so yeah, you can do. There really isn't, just because it's an edgeable and an ellipse edgeable, there's nothing that you really couldn't do that you wouldn't do with any other edgeables. So yeah, go for it. At the end of the day, it's a bit hard.
It's my new word this week. I don't know why.
Shamazing?
Yeah.
Have you been listening a little bit of Nicole Scherzinger?
Or Scherzinger Tower Burger, as me and my friends used to call her. I don't
Did
know
you?
why. That was the nickname that we gave her. I'm not sure why.
Oh.
No, I haven't. I don't know where it's come from. Scherzinger and Chamaze balls.
Chamois balls,
Chamois balls, yeah. Don't know why. That just found their way back into my vocab. Audrey says I use my paper trimmer to cut my favourite paper and make a border on my scrapbook pages. Great idea. And then I guess you can use the middle then for something else as well.
Of course you could. Absolutely.
Any questions you've got, you know, about anything you like, within reason, get them across to us. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube as well. Jeanette says it's so amazing what you can do with a piece of paper. Every design is so beautiful. Love all your shows. Always a pleasure tuning in for Craig and Joe.
Oh, that's really
lovely?
kind.
Isn't that lovely
It's
to say?
not, we've not worked together since, apart from yesterday. Yesterday was the first day since June, wasn't it?
It was, first time since June.
Yeah.
If you are new to us, we have loads of new viewers all the time, Craig,
do.
don't we? You'll see two different prices on your screen. One of them is a platinum price, and one of them is the usual price. If you are a new viewer, make sure you sign up to Club Inspire. It costs you nothing, nada, zilch, not a penny, and you get 20% off your first order. And then what you do is you start to accumulate points, and you work your way up the club. It's like a sort of, it's like an airline loyalty program, but for crafting. You'll be turning left in no time, I assure you.
You will. Yeah, absolutely. The points soon build up, certainly when we give you extra little benefits throughout the...
And you know what points make, Craig?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing savings.
They do indeed. What I was just doing there, in case you noticed, a little tip with your ink pads. If you put them on your glass mat, it's like a hockey puck. They go all over the place. Now, if you've got your extra heat-proof mat from your foil press, maybe you got one in the mystery bags last week, you can use that. Or what I do is I just put it at the top of my glass mat, and then I pull down, and then it stops it from going all over the place. Just in case you wonder why I moved that down. I probably confused George as to why...
Gorgeous George with the joystick, didn't have a clue what was going on there.
I try and give him a helping hand by moving my glass mat, but I have to make sure I put it in the right place, or I get an earful in my ear saying your glass mat's in the wrong position. But yeah, just a little bit of a tip for you if you are using your blending tools.
Great tip, that. Cindy says, glad to see Craig and Joe together on CCTV. Getting all the love today.
We are, aren't we?
I'm here for it. I'm enjoying it. Before yesterday, it was June, Craig, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. We were on again at the end of June.
It's been a long time.
I was off all of July. Obviously, I had to have a little bit of time off for an operation. So that was all of July, then August, September, came back early September. But we hadn't worked together until yesterday. We had briefly
putting on an old pair of slippers, isn't it?
It was, yeah.
Fell right back into position.
But absolutely, really, really did. We briefly crossed paths over the last week or so, didn't we? Like last Sunday, when I was on with Debbie on Colour Me Happy, and then you were in the rest of the day.
Later in the day, yeah.
So we have seen each other.
We've been ships in the night.
We really have been, really have. So it's been lovely. So it was originally only meant to be yesterday.
It was. Our Debbie's not feeling too great this week, because she's a little on the poorly side. She's going to be absolutely fine.
She is.
But she's just having a few days off, so she'll be back in no time.
And the thing is,
we'll have a little look.
You know, like all of us, but Debbie just doesn't stop. She doesn't stop.
She is, if you look up soldiering on in the dictionary, it says, please also see Debbie Robinson, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. So she's just taking a little bit of a rest. But as you said, she's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I think she's due back.
She's probably watching, to be honest. I'd imagine she's sat in her craft room right now.
So yeah, so just stepping in to give her a hand. But she'll be back soon. Stays Sticky Pen, which is another one of my absolute loves.
It's lovely that we have those in our range now, isn't it?
You have no idea how chuffed I was. Even the simplest things make me so, so happy. These are, you can't quite see it because obviously I've got my pale fig underneath, but these will go on blue, and then after a moment or two, the blue will change to a clear, and that will stay completely sticky until you put something on it. Now, whether that's glitter or little micro beads or foils or your gilding flakes.
Micro beads?
Micro beads.
I've never heard of a micro bead, Craig.
I don't think we don't have any in our range. I don't think I've got any in my stash.
I'm guessing it's very small beads, as the name would
The
imply.
most tiniest of little beads, absolutely. Tiny, tiny little beads. And they're along the lines of chunky glitter.
Right, but they're just
they're little
just
balls.
sort of round, yeah.
Tiny, absolutely tiny. Good for shakers.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you can stick them to them. The key thing is it stays sticky until you put something on it.
Marvellous.
So if you leave it lying about, if the cat's going about, the dog's going about, you've got dust going about, it's going to stick to it.
Right,
so
okay.
just to make that aware. Although in saying that, you can use it and then you can go away for an hour or two. If you cover it with a non-stick sheet, it's still going to stay sticky.
Perfect.
So let's go in. I've taken some papers from our Enchanted Dream here. And of course, you could be using the ones that you were showing, Joe.
Cindy says we're the dynamic duo. I wouldn't go, I don't know, dynamic. Maybe we are the dynamic duo. Well, we must be, because Cindy said we are. I wouldn't consider myself dynamic. I'd say I'm built more for comfort than for speed, Craig.
Would you? I like that dynamic duo. I like that.
The Batman and Robin
Batman
of
and
Crafters
Robin.
TV, according to George. I think we'd look great dressed as Batman and Robin.
Who'd be Batman, who'd be Robin?
Sorry?
Who'd be Batman and who'd be Robin?
I don't know.
I think it would be that crafty version
I think
of...
because you've got that red shirt on, instantly I want to say that you'd be Robin. Because he had a red top, didn't he, Robin? We'd obviously be like vintage Batman and Robin, where it was like, you know, the TV show is like kapow.
That's what I was away to say, yeah.
Yeah, we'd be that in sort of loose, very loose spandex running around. That would be those ones, wouldn't we?
Me and you running, me with my hot glue gun in one hand, you with your guillotine in the other hand, just running through.
Don't run with a guillotine. That could be really dangerous, Craig.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That would be funny.
That's our costume for Halloween.
Halloween sorted. It is indeed.
I don't think I'm here on Halloween.
I'm not in
Or are we dressed
Halloween.
up?
I believe it's Ben and Debbie Robinson.
I wonder if they're going to get dressed up.
I think they're planning on. I know
Are
Ben
they?
is. You know what Ben's like.
Oh, any excuse for Ben, isn't it?
Ben will go like OTT.
Yeah.
You know what he's like.
I've got a Halloween shirt that I didn't wear last year, so I'll have to wear that at some point.
You've got to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm even in a couple of days leading up to Halloween.
Do you get trick-or-treaters where you are? Or
Geysers.
what is it you call them? Geysers. Yeah.
Geysers.
Yeah, do you get them around yours?
So, I love Halloween.
Yeah.
Right? But I love Halloween sitting on the couch, lights off, horror on, doors locked. So I don't like being disturbed.
You don't like being disturbed, no.
No.
Luckily, I've got three electric gates between me and the outside world now, Craig, so there's no chance of getting up to the third floor.
Yeah. To be
but
fair...
I do love it. I do love Halloween.
Yeah. To be fair, obviously, you know, I just moved here and then within about 6 months, COVID hit.
Yeah.
So really
so no one was
last
going
year
out,
was only
really,
the first one. But it's not that I'm like Halloween version of Scrooge. It's just I love spending Halloween night with a good horror.
Halloween sort of goes full circle, I think. It's great when you're a kid. You get to your teens, it doesn't really mean anything.
No.
Then when you get to your mid-20s, it's all about going out and getting dressed up at Halloween, you know, going out. It sort of goes full
Going
circle.
out.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sam says she thinks you would definitely be Robin, Craig. That's what she say. There we are.
There we go. I'll take that. Take that. Anyone for sure. Anyone for sure. So what I'm going to do, put these ones on. Pop this one on. Just to say as well, because I know I always get asked, where do I bring my gem, or where do I get my gems?
I was just about to ask you that.
So these are Bibby's, Dawn's. I have spoken to her, and she is planning on bringing them the next time she's here. So just as an FYI. I know many of you had asked her the last time that she was here, but just so that you know, I am on the case. But there we go. So going in with, you know, I could have done extending that a little bit, but you know what? I'm still really pleased with that one there. It's a different one. We could have put our adhesive all the way around. That could be then a tuck-in if you wanted to, Joe. You could do that for sure. Or even if you just had that bit, put some little girl's name or boy's name. It could go on their door if you want to. Lots of different things that you can do.
Do you know, I've been trying to think what it reminds me of, the design of this, and it's finally come to me, Craig.
What's that?
What's the underground called in Paris?
Oh, I don't know.
Arts on a postcard. What's it called?
I don't know.
The underground system in Paris. It's got a name. Is it called the Metro? Le Metro? Well, you know the signs that for the stations?
No.
The signs for the stations in Paris, they look a little bit like this. The detailing along the top of that card there looks a bit like the underground stations in
I'll
Paris.
agree with you. Yeah.
Everyone's agreeing with me. No one's got a clue what I'm talking about. But we're going to go. But we move, as the kids say. Let me take you back through these. I'm just thinking about living my Emily in Paris fantasy at home, doing a bit of crafting with these, Craig. This one is Dainty Daisies that you've got just there. Then we've also got the Ditzy Butterflies, which is that one. That's the only reason I know what it looks like, Craig, because of Emily in Paris, which I'm fully obsessed with. Oh, Craig, you need to get involved.
Just started watching Gilmore Girls.
Oh, no, I've not seen that. Emily in Paris, thank me later. Traditional Swirls is that one just there. And then this one here, Delicate Lace as well, which is beautiful. All four of them coming your way for that price, $25.55 or $31.80. All of you getting some sort of Club Inspire discount as well. Now, whilst you're over there on the website, if you don't yet own it, you should absolutely consider grabbing this today, because it's not really, so we either normally do sort of like a deal where we take a little bit of money off, but they're quite rare where you get the machine on its own and a discount, or we do a deal where we would, put some extra points on. Today we've done both. We've given you a discount and we've given you 100 free bonus points as well. So really great deal on this. And it's a brilliant accompaniment to an electronic machine as well. The great thing about it is you've still got all the power of a Gemini, but it is completely manual. So it means you don't need to plug this in. If you love to craft on the go, if you want to take it away with you, you absolutely can craft wherever you want. The biggest thing for me, I think, which is great and why I love it, is because it's a folder-based system. So you literally just going to put your die and your cardstock into the folder, run it through the machine, et voila. I'm feeling very French now all of a sudden. Really is quite as simple as that. You get 2 packs of the folders and the purple shim and the machine itself. So you're still getting everything you'd get as standard, even though we're giving you a bonus 100 points and that saving too. So if you've already got your MIDI though, we've got something for you as well. Do not fear, because we have got for you the pack of folders. So you can go for these. You will need to replace these every once in a while. I just think it's lovely to have these ready to go whenever you need them. Nothing worse than needing something, Craig, is there? And then waiting for it to arrive. We've all been there. It's like batteries at Christmas. Real pain. £8 or $10.49 gets you 2 of those. We also have the purple shim available for you as well. This is what you're going to pop through with your 2D embossing folder. Remember, your 3D embossing folders will just run through as is, which is brilliant. And we also have this, the carry case for you too. Now, I love this because you've got the main body of the bag, which is obviously where your machine's going to go. Then you've got this lovely little tool pouch as well. And that tool pouch, that actually Velcros out, which is brilliant. And then you've got a little pocket in there as well, which is mesh too, so you can see exactly what's in there. If you want to go for that £15 or $17.99 is your price on that. There's a lot of Emily in Paris love coming in the comments, Craig, there is indeed. Lots of love coming in also for that card that you've just produced as well. From Sam, loved it, Carletta, Jeanette loved it too, as did Mary Rhino. And Mary Pat says, love seeing all the kiddies in costumes. I have a fog machine, but haven't been able to use it since COVID. Like to dress up for the special occasion as well, pulling out all the stops there. She dresses up.
No, a what machine?
A fog machine.
Fog machine.
Fog machine.
Fog machine.
Yeah. Should we do card of the show? Do you want to do card of the show?
Yeah,
now?
I would.
Have you got a finished one of your last one? Or?
Yeah.
We're going to do it now. Let's do it now.
Probably best do it now, I would have thought, yeah. Here we go. So we've got 4. We will have a little bit of time just to get the last one in. So let's pop that one there, and then we're going to put that one to the side just here. So 4 to choose from when it comes to demo of the show. Of course, all using the Ellipse and using them in different ways. So number 1, we've kept it very quite simple, where we've just gone on the side. Number 2 is we've gone onto the double side. Number 3, we've gone top, bottom, and also created a middle panel. And then number 4, we've done, it's a bit like a horse's stable, so to speak, when it comes to this one here. Number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Choice is yours.
Absolutely awesome. Get your votes in. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Remember, this is the final show of the day today here on Crafters TV. Don't forget, there is no Monday Makers this evening or this afternoon or even this morning, depending on where you are, because there is a HSM preview coming up over on the Crafters Companion USA page, which will be 1 o'clock on the East Coast, 10 a.m. if you are on the West Coast. So please do not miss out on that. Right, what are you going to treat us to next, Craig?
Right, what we'll do is we'll go right back to the beginning and do quite a basic card for this one, and once again showing you the concept of these ellipse dies. So what I've done is I've got my card blank 5.5 by 6 inches, and I'm going to do it so it's a top full card. And then to show as well how you don't necessarily have to have the edgeable on the right hand side, you can have it on the left hand side for it to look lovely. And then let me just find the die, delicate lace. We're going to come in here, taking this one. So once again, if you're maybe only tuning in now, Joe, or only so far into the show, these are our brand new ellipse dies. So these are edgeable dies, but what is different with these ones is the die, that cutting area, or the cutting blade as we say, that's not sharp, it's all to do with pressure with your die cutting machine, that's slightly deeper. So that is for you to get a crisp, clean, double cut through 2 layers of 300 GSM cardstock. You're going to be able to do it with no issues whatsoever. You'll just need to take your die tool or your pokey tool, but it will die cut perfectly. It will pop out perfectly. What I would also say, if you are using a different branded die cutting machine that's not the Gemini, there should be no reason for you to change your plate configuration to what you already have if you're using our dies with that other machine. Just double check, keeping in mind it is slightly deeper, so therefore it might not need as much as a shim as you might already use with another branded machine. Just double check that one to be sure, but they will still absolutely work in any other die cut machine that you've got at home.
Amazing. Over a third of our launch stock has gone, Craig, and you know our launch stock should last us a really long time. We should have enough to last a month or more at least. You guys have loved these so far. We had a big stock on them, but it is really busy. I think, especially as we come to the end of the show, Craig, people have got them sat in their baskets and they're having a little think about it. I don't think you need to think too hard about this because they're not going to break the bank. Under £26 or $32 to get all 4 collections, and like all edgeables, Craig. I mean, I'd go as far as say these are even a little more versatile than a standard edgeable, wouldn't you? And of course, a standard edgeable, so many different concepts you can achieve with them.
Oh, absolutely. And then this is now an extra bonus, the fact that you can now cut through your 2 layers with absolute ease. Not only is it going to cut it with ease, but it's going to prolong your plates even longer. If you were to do what I've done with any other edgeable, I'm going to say to you, Joe, it could be done, but what you need to do is you need to bulk up your shims. So not only would that buckle your cardstock, potentially tear your cardstock, but then what that does is that puts more wear and tear on your plates. So therefore, having the ability now to do your double cut with no extra pressure on your plates, without you having to reinvest in any more plates simply to get a double cut. I would always say though, no matter what, still flip and rotate your plates. That's the best way to ensure that they're going to last you a long time. I can absolutely vouch for that. I know Lily said the same as well. If you do have any issues remembering where you've cut, what I would do is with your classic pen tri-blend or a permanent marker, if you do A, B, and then do C, and then D, and then that's giving you a visual aid as to remember where you've cut. So I've cut round about A, next time B, next time C, next time D, and it's just a nice way to kind of remember where you have cut. If you cut twice on the A, it's not going to matter. Do you know what I mean?
The craft plate's not going to come around, no?
They're not.
Full, you know, on the blues and twos. Woo, woo, woo.
Definitely
and the rest
not.
You, no? Okay, good. Just checking.
So going in with one of our paper pads here, and I'm going to take this one off. Although these have been really busy, you know, never say never, Joe. I'm quite confident in being able to say we're going to have a smidge enough to show you in launch party tomorrow.
Well, I would say so. I think we're going to be, I think all being well, Craig, we should have. It's really busy on those pads as well. I'll take you back through those again before the end of the show. You guys are loving those. Why wouldn't you when you get 48 sheets for free, Craig? Awesome value.
Absolutely awesome value. And the reason I said that as well is because it's myself and you on launch party tomorrow, I've got a few other demonstrations planned with these. So I would ensure that you get them checked out within your basket. You know that they're going to be winging their way to you, and then you can make your playlist of wake up call today, launch day today, launch party.
Idea. Making a playlist, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
I hadn't thought of that.
Making a playlist of your
great, Craig.
different collections that you've seen or you've watched. So going in with this one here, what I'm going to do, I had originally gone to do them within pink cardstock. So what I'm actually going to do, Joe, is for all the time it's going to take, this gives you, I know everyone at home's always shouting about, Craig, can you show us how to do that bow again? So we will do that. Let's take a little bit of cardstock here. I'm going to take in some ribbon. So again, the design of this one, Joe, is very quick, very simple, but it's to show how you can then cut through your double layer. Here we go. Set your, I don't know, your recorders, your phone, because I know everyone will ask how I've done that again. So take my ribbon and then I create my cross, tuck it under, and then we're just going to pull these ones in. So let's go in, and then I'm just going to pull these together to get them to that perfect bow that I want. If you still have issue, remember you've got your bow maker on your Ultimate Pro that you could be using. But let's just do these at an angle. And then I am going to, you can see here, I've got one here, but I am going to freehand cut a little tag. So let's go in up to here, and then literally, this is what happens where we get one idea when prepping, and then in mid-flow, we get a different idea.
You want a Tina tangent?
Yes. And both actually, myself and the two Debbies at two separate occasions, we talked about that. Whereas we could be at home or that, we prep a demo that we're happy with, but then mid-show or even mid-demo, we get a different idea and we run with that flow. With love from our Gemini mini range, I'm just going to put a little bit more adhesive on the back here. Use what you've got within your stash. Both myself and Debbie Robinson, what we've been doing on the lives that we do from home, as well as new items, but we've been bringing in some older collections,
right,
so that we can show how your older collections can work well with your newer collections. So do that, bring some of your older ones. Let's finish off with this one, and I'm going to keep in these here. So if I pop that one into here, I'm going to set that there, and then what I'm going to do, just because I literally have a few seconds to do this, I'm going to go in with a couple of green, no I'm not, I'm going to do pearls here. Put them ones in.
Card of the show is number 2, Craig.
Number two. So
Numero dos.
Was with the sunflower. So
we
just
need to try and track Lily's card.
Find Lily's card, I know.
Stolen it.
Should maybe take it away.
I think you could be looking at the winner of the card of the day by default, Craig, if we can't find Lily's card.
It's got to be
That's
somewhere,
isn't it?
I know that she would have left it. Yeah. For sure she would have left it.
I'm going to steal this for now.
You take it.
We'll see if we can. We'll see if we can find it.
Let's have it. So I know that.
Do you know what it looked like?
It was number 1, wasn't it?
Is it that one?
It was that one.
Well, do you know what? I'm over here now. Why don't we just do it
you
over
do
here?
Well,
so do you want to vote for? Just come and hijack your demo, really.
No, I'm finished. I'll show you that in a minute.
All right. Number 1.
I'll just have a sip of my coffee while you're doing that.
You have a sippy on your cuppy. Number 2. It's up to you. 1 or 2. I'll take these over there with me
you
now.
Take them over there.
I'll get 8 away, don't you worry. Sippy on your cuppy.
Another quick and simple style, but this was more to finish off by once again just reiterating the concept of the ellipse dies straight through your 300 GSM, give or take. You know, yes, it's going to go 290, 280, 270, but it's still going to do 310, 320, 330 as well. You're going to pop them out, but you've seen there was no feathering, there was no buckling, nothing whatsoever. You can then do that edgeable every single time. Left, right, top, bottom, scrapbook pages, banners, borders around your napkins at Christmas tables. These really are a fab one. I'm so chuffed that so many have thought throughout Wake Up Call or throughout launch day have thought, I know where I could be using these ones, and you've checked them out. We will still have enough for launch party tomorrow, where I'll show you different things that you can do, but at least if you've got them now, you know that they're in their basket and actually you've checked out and they're on their way to you.
You know they're on their way, which is the main thing. You'll be able to get creative with these very, very shortly. You know it's Grace on the socials because she's put, this is close. This is close. We found the demo. We found fear not. I know there was panic and confusion and worry. Tracy was running up and down like a headless chicken out there. What was all going off? We found it. Don't worry. Right, Dainty Daisies is this one. It gets very serious when it comes to card of the day. We're getting towards the business end of the year now.
No.
There's stars up for grabs. This one here is your Dainty Daisies that you'll get included. You're going to get the Ditzy Butterflies, of course. This one is your traditional swirls, and you will also get the delicate lace. Very, very busy. Over a third of our launch gone just in this launch day show alone. Do not miss out on them. Demo of the day is card number 2, Craig. You are the first one out the gate this week and up on to the Cabinet of Creativity. So
Can I be completely honest with you?
Yeah?
I thought Lily well and truly had it. I really, really did. I thought it was Lily today.
You beat her. There we go. Right. I'd be happy with yourself. Let me share with you these as well. So, really busy on these. Was I right? Am I right in thinking over 70% of these have gone, did I hear? Oh, shut the front door, shut the back door, pull the blinds down and put the bins out. It is busy on these. If you are watching this show back at a later date, please check the website for the stock situation. And the reason it's busy is getting 2 of these pads for free. You're getting 48 sheets of 12 by 12, 180 GSM paper from Nitwits for free. You're not paying for that one. And you're not paying for this one either. So that one there, this one is your home body collection that you've got here. Lots of really lovely, glorious pinks and blues and florals and all of your favourite kinds of things running all the way through there. You're also going to receive as well the vintage butterflies. You can just never have too many butterflies, can you? Let's face it. These are gorgeous selection. Really nice sort of vintage feel to this as well. Lots of depth and dimension and layers. And the B-sides are, I'd say, almost equally as beautiful as the A-sides on this particular paper pad. Stunning, aren't they? Lots of like postmarks in here, musical lyrics, stamps and things in the background, watermarks. Really lovely collection, that. And then this one here is also your Country Lane. That is what you are getting. You're getting 120 sheets within this collection, which is amazing for that price, $31.98 or $36.90. You are, of course, all going to get some sort of Club Inspired discount as well. So make sure you grab those and check them out. Remember, this is the last show of the day here today on Crafters TV. Myself and Sarah will be up in a couple of hours' time over on the Crafters Companion USA page for the HSM preview, sharing with you all the exciting things that are coming up for that. Craigle Bagel, you're back in the morning, aren't you?
I am
for
indeed.
Wake Up Call, 11 a.m/6 a.m/3 a.m. What can we expect from that?
Absolutely. So we are the 2 hours of Wake Up Call, but one of those hours, he's back. He's got lots of gorgeous goodies to bring with him. It is, of course, it's Keith. Keith is going to be
Keith is
here.
in the building.
Absolutely.
Hurricane Keith.
Hurricane Keith with his paper dynamics. Then it's a masterclass with myself and you. It's all about the summer gnomes.
We're going to do the switcheroo, aren't we?
We are indeed.
You'll be over here for Wake Up Call, then I'll be over here for Masterclass.
And I'll be over here for
and then we'll have a
masterclass.
party in the evening as well.
We are indeed.
It's a launch party. It's going to be a great day. Keith will be here causing absolute mayhem throughout the entirety of the day.
He will.
I would imagine he will be bringing us lots of lovely bits as well. Craig, thank you. It's been a
Thank
pleasure,
you, Joe.
as it always has.
Thank you.
Thanks to the team in the gallery, the team backstage. Thank you all to you, lovely lot, as well. If you're over in the US, I'll see you for the HSM preview in a couple of hours. If not, I'll see you back here tomorrow, same time. See you then.
Toodles.
Bye.